Good day, everyone. I hope you all are doing good. This is the episode 10 for Medical Billing Blueprint, and today's topic is very interesting. I got a few requests to actually make this kind of video, and this is actually for the newcomers out there, for the RCM consultants, the billing companies out there who wanted to actually learn that how the provider will trust you. Look, you guys are, dealing with the most literate people on the planet, and those are US doctors. So you have to understand that making someone trust you is not about just, throwing out a lot of things on them, bombard the questions, bombard a lot of answers. Sometimes you just need to understand what exactly they're going through. So doctor receives calls from medical billing company these days, marketing agencies, software vendors, consultants, almost like every day. And most of them forget about you for within a minute or so because, you know, there are a lot of calls these days are happening. And so how do you will be actually become the one that they remember? You have to understand those things. So we'll be discussing about that today. And you know, I think they have heard a lot of promises before. A lot of medical billing companies out there overpromised, underdelivered. So they are just protecting their practice, their staff, their patients, and reputation. Providers, I believe, don't have trust problems. They just have a bad experience. That's what I understand so far. I'm blessed enough to actually spoke with a lot of providers in my past, and I've, I'm the kind of fortunate enough to actually make them trust me, and always try to make sure that their trust stays there, and I can help them in any manner possible. And that's the reason, and I will only share what I have experienced, what I can tell you to actually make things work for you guys. So you have to understand. Let's just discuss a few ways to actually how the providers will start trusting you. Before you talk about your services, you have to understand the workflow. Learn about their workflow. Ask how many patients move through their practice every day, where the delays happening, what exactly challenge kind of a challenge that they're facing right now, and avoid those kind of jargons, technical jargons. Like, do not just try to explain a lot about the billing process and speak their language. Talk about cash flow, the denials, patient experiences, how you will be improving the efficiency in the practice, and never over promises. Don't say I'll fix everything. Just we'll take care of everything. Don't worry about. I heard this phrase a lot of time from you know, a lot of people that I've met in the past, and they usually say in the meetings that, don't worry about it. We understand everything. We'll fix it for you. Instead of that, just say, let's identify the biggest, you know, problem right now first, and then we can work on others as things as well. Just be transparent about these things. Point out those problems which do not just explain what you do, don't just get into a meeting and start explaining and sharing your personal experience and all that stuff. Show them something they have missed in the practice. It could be an example of their AR, credentialing delays, missing follow-ups processes. People, I believe, trust more inside, more like insights more than the presentation. So just give them an insight about their practice so they can actually see that you know what exactly their practice looks like and how you can fix it up instead of just throwing a lot of questions and a lot of other stuff which they are not familiar with. Um, I think one of the strongest trust builders saying, you know, if somebody asks you, any provider will ask you that, so what exactly you know about this question? They might ask you something about their states, something about their LCDs, something about their NCDs, or or something about Medicare or any other insurance that they're going through right now. And if you don't know the answer, just simply say, I don't know the answer right now, but I can find out and get back to you accordingly. I believe honesty builds more credibility than pretending to know everything. So if you know everything, it's wonderful, but nobody's know everything. So you just have to let them know that if there's something that is coming out of the blue for you and you think that this is something which you don't know, this is apart from you, something that you learned so far, say them in a very like a blind manner. Say, be honest with them. Say, I don't know about it, but I can get back to you with the right answer. So this is something that builds the trust. And then I think the highest paid people aren't always the most technical ones. They're the most trusted ones. So you have to understand, even it's a billing task. Let's just say you're a biller and a consultant and an advisor. You have to understand, you have to complete your task. You have to resolve those problems. Let's just say as a builder, if you're working with any client, you have to make sure that you're completing your task on time so they trust you, they can rely on you. As a consultant, you can solve problems and show them a roadmap that can help them to actually build a good career, good practice, so they can actually do what they like to do, treat the patients. At the same time, they can also take for some rest, some vacations. So if they can rely on you, if they can trust you, obviously they can, putting their bread and butter in your hand. And at the same time, they can be relaxed a little bit that someone is taking care of that. Someone is taking care of my business on my, even I'm not there, but exactly someone is taking care of my billing and all this stuff. And this is where the long-term partnerships begin. You know, doctor will stick with you for the years if you're doing the right job. Do not chase the clients. You have to understand this thing, become someone that the provider can trust and they can come to you. Because trust doesn't just close one deal. It helps to build a relationship, a pipeline of the clients, and it can go for years. It can last for years. So that's, I believe I can tell you guys, based on my experience, people, again, trust is earned before a contract is signed. You have to understand this thing. Do not just, wait or tell the provider, just come with us. You will see the results in few months or so, or few days. That's what I recently learned. Some of the people promise that I will make a change in a 1 day or so, which is usually something that I don't believe in. It's healthcare. It's very vast. It's very drastic, and it changes every day again. It has a lot of revolutions in it. It will take time to actually fix, build, and make it established for any provider out there. So you have to understand your reputation will always be the strongest marketing tool. So whatever you're selling out, whatever you're telling, is the goal isn't to make a sale. The goal is to become the first person they can call when they need help in your business hours, or if you be available 7 days a week, twice on Sunday, whatsoever. You know, every successful business is built on the relationship before the revenue. So work on your relationship, work on your partnerships with the providers, and make sure it will grow your revenue at the same time. So you have to understand these things. People buy confidence, clarity, consistency, follow on those things, work on those things, and can take you on the very, very, very long run and very long road. And if this series is actually helping you understand the, healthcare business better, share with someone who actually wants to build a career in the healthcare, or who's actually just maybe struggling with few things, and that is something that we have discussed in the past series episodes as well. And remember, you got the skills. Skills get your foot in the door, but the trust can make the door keep open. So work on those things, and I'll see you guys in another episode very soon. Sorry about the delay about these episodes. We've been working day, night, and a lot of things are happening. We are actually trying to build more jobs for the people like you, the most talented people who are actually seeing these kind of videos and giving like good response and everything. And we're trying to get you guys more clients, help you out, and actually make sure that we are helping these, others in a very decent manner without any like expectations from others. So do a right job, build your trust with the providers, and it will take you for the longer run. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Talk soon. Bye.